Rah, Minecraft! I am Simon and the frame rates seem okay. We are going to work on the wall. I've decided that it's about time we got back to work on the wall. It's currently 3 parts out of 8 complete, so I guess by the end of this little project we can make it half complete. What to talk about? Not much really. The mob farm and the mob trap works really great. The frame rate is dropping because there's chickens. And I did delete some chunks outside of the boundary again, although this time I did it slightly differently. I left a gap between the wall and the stuff I actually deleted. So it's getting more and more messy there over time, slowly. Not that it matters too much, because I'm mostly concerned about the area inside the boundary. And walking, and the chunks are loading slower because I'm recording. I mean, look at it. Look how slowly that loads. And it's not even like I'm recording to a different drive from where I'm saving the Minecraft save file as well, so it's just not very efficient. Anyway, so here we are at the boundary as we slowly wait for the chunks to load up. What should I do? I should make a video of setting the foundations. If you have been around to watch the last segment of the wall being built, you would have seen me lay down the foundations and then build the towers and then build the arches and then all that and finish it off. I don't think I'll do the whole thing on video this time, but at the very least I'll put the foundations down and then I'll do some periodic updates as to how I'm going with the towers and all that and the arches. So the boundary here is not difficult to see, mostly because since the last time I deleted the chunks outside, the ocean level actually dropped down 1 block. So in the distance there you can kind of see how like there's a 1 block drop between the old water and the new water in the ocean. So whoa, damn lag. So it is quite easy to tell where the boundary is now when it's under the ocean, whereas previously I had to dive down to check where the boundary is, and it's often not clear where it is. I've set up a new little, I guess, workbench over here, if I can find my way back up. So I moved the chests and the materials over here, so you can see how the water is up there and then it's down here, so that makes it quite easy to see what's going on, although it makes it more difficult to climb back out of the water. Let's see, here we go. We got chests and benches and what do I need? I need a lot of cobblestone. If I can grab the cobblestone, I need significant amounts of stone and wood. Wood planks or wood? That's probably not enough, but I can always come back for it. So there, I mean, you can see the boundary of the water there. So I'll put in the foundations at the corners first, which is easier to deal with, and then I'll work out where to put them in between after I've done that. And there's not much land on the other side, so there's a very low probability of creeper ambushes, because they'll have to swim from all the way across there, and they won't because it's outside the range of the AI. So yeah, not as risky as the last segment, if you remember that, where a lot of it was close to land on the other side, and yeah, ambushes by spiders and creepers and whatnot. So let's see, the first foundation should be around here, And since it's already up here, I guess I'll make it at that level. Let me see, so we usually use that, so you can see the Y figure there. We want that to be in multiples of 8, obviously for the modules. Well, if you're new, then maybe you don't understand what's going on here, but if you're old, then I'll be repeating this stuff. Basically, each chunk is 16 by 16, and then everything's divisible by 8. So I've made each module is 8 blocks by 8 blocks. You can see here, that's 8 across and 8 high. And then this arch, for example, it's 8 blocks high and 16 across, so it's all multiples of 8. So the next floor will be y equals 73, right? I'll just assume that you've kind of watched me do this sort of thing before. So here is y equals 71, so one more block here, and then the timber and smooth stone. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's sand here. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see how everything's in modules of 8. As I was saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that should line up with that. That's all good. That's all excellent. Right, so we need to fill out to here. We can remove the torches for now, at least. And this is going to use up a lot of cobblestone, as you can tell. But I mean, yeah, it's going to use up a lot of cobblestone, as you can tell. Let's see, yeah, we want it up to there. It's y equals 73 because we are actually about 1 block tall, or like 1.7 blocks tall, 1.62 apparently. So it's a multiple of 8 plus 1.62 is where the eye level is. So that's why, so 72 is a multiple of 8, not 73, but then you have to add the height of the character itself to that number in order to get the height you want. I need some water, don't I? Yes. Okay, let's we can deal with that. And in fact, before I finish that off and close that in, let me just leave that open for now, at least on this side. I'm just talking to myself as I do this. It's alright, there's nothing to be too concerned about. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this efficiently. So I mean, if you leave a staircase down, then obviously you can get back down there when you need to without getting stuck down there. There we go. So the pit at the bottom needs to be 3 blocks deep, but that includes 1 block of planks about it. So 1, 2, 3. So that's good. I don't need to do any excavation at all. There's that, and then the smooth stone around the boundary of the tower. Right, and then wood planks inside that. I hope I remember this correctly. I mean, it's been a while since I've done this. And we want water in the middle. So let's just put some water in. Well, no, we need a water source. So let's just quickly do that. Grab some water with some water. And I'm guessing that you guys know Minecraft well enough to know how water works and how it becomes an infinite source if it's next to two other sources and all that. So if we put that there's a water source in the middle. Oh, I can jump across, I guess, if I don't fail. Can I not sprint? Okay. Let's see, so we have that, and cool, we have that, and cobblestone, and I can actually use that one. Because that's still in the source. I can't pick it up from here now though, because it's not resting on a solid bottom underneath. Yeah, it won't make too much sense if you don't know how it works, but I'm expecting you guys play Minecraft and you know how it works. Yep, that's good. And there we go. A pool of water 3 blocks deep. So we can jump down the center of the tower without getting messed up. And let's get rid of that. And I also need a staircase, don't I? Just a little one. I've forgotten how I do the staircases. Okay, I see. So I'm gonna have... that will do. That's pretty cheap, but it's gonna work. Let's put a torch there to be safe, and torches there. So that's the first foundation for the tower. So, I mean, if you haven't seen me do this sort of thing before, then obviously one of these towers will rise up from there up to the old maximum height for the map, which is 128 blocks from the bottom. Although now it's quite a bit taller than that, but we're not gonna... well, that's gonna be something else. I might think of something else to build up to the top. But for now, let's do this with the old design, because I was planning to do this around the whole boundary. The boundary being this thing. The boundary between the old, like the really, really old landscape from Minecraft Alpha, and the new landscape, which is out there. So let's see. The next corner is all the way over here. All the way out there in the ocean, in fact. Which is a bit more complicated. I hope I remember how to do the ocean thing, because I've done some over there. I can always go back and check. So, yeah. Well, here the boundary is quite clear, so it's not like I can get lost here. You can see how the landscape doesn't really match up between the old stuff and the new stuff. Let's see, so we come straight up from there, and that kind of messes up like it used to be quite a clean border, but once you build something underneath it, the water recalculates. 64. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, it was the top of the tower was at sea level. So if I can do this without messing it up, because I'm bouncing up and down, and then if I jump onto here, that should say 65. Yep, y equals 65.6. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh, yeah, the water looks a bit funny there. Oh well, can't really be helped. Well, maybe it can be helped. Let me do that. And then remove that. It's a little bit cleaner, but not that it matters too much. Right, so there's that, and then there's the wood planks. Which is there, and wood planks there. And you see how it uses up resources quite quickly building this sort of thing. 7, what am I doing? So torches, and then let's go underwater and get this right. So 1, 2, 3 blocks deep is the... oh crap, I'm drowning. Is the pool of water in here, right. So we can